What's up, everybody? Good morning, or good evening, good afternoon, whatever, depending on where you are in this wonderful world of ours. How you like that? I was like 34 seconds early, according to the little countdown thing that I have. I don't know if you guys see a countdown or not, but on my end, there's a countdown. We are early. We're before 9 o'clock. I need to turn that light off back there. What's going on, everyone? How you doing? Got some hot coffee here. I hope you guys have some sort of beverage, whatever your beverage of choice is for whatever time of day it is in your neck of the woods. I'll just sit in front of that light. How about that? How about that? Blackbirds, what's up, brother? How you doing? Harry, dude, what's going on? You do see a countdown. Okay, so hey, we were early. Right on, right on. I'm trying to get situated here. I got a light behind me because lights, I don't know, it's just part of the video stuff when I do video in here. But there we go. It's in the way for these sorts of things. There, we're set, I think. Well, Happy New Year, everybody. If I haven't had a chance to chat with you in one of the other live streams or something, Happy New Year. Welcome, welcome to 2020. Isn't that crazy? Greetings, Harry dude. Wags is here. Hey, Wags. Wags says, hey now, good morning. Now, does this look a little normal compared to the last one that you popped in? It was cracking me up. The last one, when I was working on the computer with my friend Cass, and you popped in there and you're like, whoa, hey now, this is different. Still laugh about that. We are back to the normal me sitting out here in the shop, hanging with you guys, drinking coffee. We're not fixing a computer. We're not doing anything right now. We're just chilling, hanging out together. Weg says, yeah, LOL, a little different. That was fun. That was fun hanging out, doing that. That was, for those of you that didn't get a chance to catch it, this past Sunday, I did a live stream. It was like 4 hours long with my friend Chaos. He wanted to do some upgrades to his computer. Asked me if I'd give him a hand. So I said sure. And he does live streams on his channel. So he brought up some cool webcam stuff and his OBS. I think that's what it's called, OBS software. And we just set up a couple different cameras while we were working on his computer. And it went for like 4 hours long until my internet connection died or something happened. I lost all of my bandwidth and couldn't keep the stream going. But some of you guys were able to tune into that and kind of hang out. It was nothing like this one, where we're specifically here, to hang out with you guys and stuff. That one we had computers, or just had the camera set up while we were doing work, and interacting as in between the work. It was kind of fun, really. It's really long, but it was pretty cool. It's something different to try out. So, and that was part of the reason we wanted to do that, was because I wanted to try out some of the different cameras. Chaos keeps pushing me to do more with my cameras and stuff in here. So add some cameras, do some live stream stuff with multiple cameras and stuff like that. Kind of up the game here, which I'm not against at all. It's just I need to just do it, really. Let's see. Ken says, good morning, one and all. Good morning, Ken. How are you this fine morning? Poor conservative. Good morning, Jeff and folks. Zahoni, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Hello, buddy, from Algeria. Algeria, nice. Wags, cold out your way. You know what? It's not that cold, really. I just didn't have time this morning to really get the heat cranked up and get it somewhat warm in here. We're like 35 degrees outside, but in here it's a little cooler. I hadn't had time to warm up yet, so I just kind of was busy this morning. Had to do some running around, which I still have to do some today, but tried to do that after dropping the kiddo off at school, and I just didn't get back here in time to get heat on. I got like this little propane one right here, just kind of keeping my so I can keep my hands warm. But it's not that bad out, really. You know, definitely it's been colder. We're above freezing, so hey, I can't complain. Wag says it was a good feed, looked great, clear as a bell, and you know that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that, honestly, because I did. I had some upgrades done over around Christmas time, and was able to get a little bit of speed increases on my internet. So I kind of wanted to be able to test that out a little bit. And some of you guys also caught the stream I did over right on New Year's Day, to where I was just really a test. It wasn't a scheduled one or something, but just testing things out. Giovanni's here. Giovanni says, "Still the New Year wishes?" Yeah. Soon we will go to the sea. We will go to the sea. I'm sorry, my friend. I cannot pronounce that. Why are we going to the sea? I don't get it. Please explain. Teach me. Poor Conservator says, everyone hit the thumbs up for the stream. Give Jeff some good vibes. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I get plenty of good vibes from you guys. That's why we continue to do these. Ken says, great video the other day. I hate this throwaway society we live in. Yes, my friend, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That one was a little bit different than my normal, you know, kind of a project style video, but it's one that I wanted to put out there because thanks to you guys, actually. We talked about that a couple of weeks ago in one of the live streams, I think, and I started to get like all fired up. Well, that fire continued to go, and I wanted to share my thoughts with everybody, with as many people as I could. So for those of you that, if you haven't seen the last video, I believe it's called A Challenge to Parents. So guys, please go check it out, because it's about teaching our kids how to do things with your hands, fix stuff, repair stuff, mend things. Don't just throw it away because something breaks. It doesn't mean it's broken. And I think we all need to try to spread the word, push this thing forward to our kids. Our kids, well, are the future. Let's see. Jordan Woodworking and DIY. Hello, Jordan. Jordan says, hey, Jeff from Alabama. What's up? I was just on a call yesterday with somebody from Alabama. I forget what town it is. Right near the Mississippi line. I don't remember. That was kind of cool. Giovanni says, let's go to the beach. Yes, that'd be cool. I haven't been to the beach in a long time. Poor Conservative says, Jeff. Giovanni also said, good evening, my friend. Aha! Good evening. Good evening as well, Giovanni. Sorry, I'm not up on the languages, different languages. I'm not very good at that at all. Uh-oh. I noticed a little stutter in my video on this side. Hopefully that is the iPad. I'm streaming this on an iPad. Hopefully that's all it was. Wag says, any big build ideas for 2020? I have a few. I don't have any giant plans yet. I do have a video in the works. It's not really a big plan though. Let me think about that. Hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself with some words, and I don't know, honestly. I've got a whole list of projects, things that I want to do for the year, but I don't know. For big builds. Poor Conservator says 4 years working under Sicilian chef. Aha! That'll do it. Ah! Wag says more guitars. Yes, that's one goal. One of my goals. How about goals? I mean, I can kind of touch on a few of those. Some goals that I have. I want to do more guitars is one of them. I want to do more guitars this year. I want to be able to branch that out and do some on CNC. I want to get. I want to learn how to do the modeling, and I don't own a CNC. Maybe a thing this year I might try to do, but I'm not counting on it because I just don't have room here. But I do have a friend with one, and maybe try to do some work there on the CNC. So that's something I'd like to do. Whether CNC or not, I want to do more guitars. I also want to shoot for another project video every week, as well as throwing in some vlogs once in a while, and some ones where I'm just talking about topics or things, like I did with the Challenge to Parents video. I want to do more like that, where we're just talking about stuff. And also, coming out of that video, I had some suggestions on maybe I should try to do videos based around that, and I will, like fixing things, like they won't be in depth. In fact, I just did one yesterday. They're not in depth, really thorough. Hey, we're gonna build this elaborate something or but I just want to take something that's broken or something that's missing a piece or something like that, and just show how I am making things, and not so much a how-to style, but just to kind of walk the walk, talk the talk kind of thing, right? If I want to put out a video like that, I might as well do some projects that are based around that too. So what I want to ask you guys, what kind of things would you like to see me try to fix? You don't have to answer right now, but if there's something that you have around your house that maybe something's broken and you want to see if we can fix it, let me know, because I want to try to do more of that sort of thing. Maybe even stuff like a phone. We have a phone in our house that has a broken screen, and I'm just now thinking about maybe I should replace that screen instead of spending the money to have someone else do it. I don't know. Stuff like that, though. I want to do more videos like that. Still do projects and stuff, but I want to branch out this year and do more things. It's one of my goals. Also, I want to try some different stuff, like experimenting with different things. Different types of projects. Hold on, let's catch up with some comments here. Giovanni says, I live in Puglia. Hope I said that right. It has been declared the region with the most beautiful sea in the world. I gotta look that up because it sounds amazing. Wag says, love to see it. Jack, greetings from Philippines. Greeting, Jack. How you doing? Giovanni, good Sicilian cuisine. Some pizza? Sicilian pizza? Pork conservative, absolutely, Giovanni. Pork conservative to Giovanni. Puglia has the most awesome seafood. Pork conservative says, can you fix wives you imported from Jersey? I got some Jersey comments, but I'm going to keep them to myself. No offense about Jersey, but I don't know. Anyway, Giovanni says, yes, just today I ate a wonderful fry of fresh fish. That actually sounds good. I have not had a good fish fry. Here's something kind of strange, maybe to some of you guys. I like fish fry, but it has to be breaded and fried. I can't eat just a plain unbreaded fish. I don't know why that is. But a fish fry, if it's breaded and fried, oh man, I'm on it. Ken says phone battery replacement. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I'm going to be coming back to these comments. So if you want, go leave comments down there if there's things that you want to see. Let me know, because these are great ideas. This kind of gets my brain going as to other things. Like I never thought about a phone screen replacement until just now. So that sort of thing. Let me know, guys. That's awesome. Poor Conservative says, I give her Jersey grief daily, including Edith Bunker quips. Fair enough. So I'm not the only one. Giovanni says, gentlemen, I greet you. I have to finish working. Giovanni, thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening. And have an amazing rest of your week. Thanks for stopping in. I do appreciate that. We'll see you next time. We can see my breath just a little bit. Oh. Poor conservative to Giovanni says we had fried cod and onion rings last night. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. Did you make them yourself? That sounds really good. I'm pretty much the only one in our house that would eat fish, fried or otherwise. Oh, Haley sometimes likes fish sticks, which I love fish sticks. But as far as fresh fish, none of us really eat plain fresh fish. But anyway, let's see. Well, I think it's just a few of us now, huh? Interesting. Well, that is no matter. Poor conservator says absolutely never get takeout fish. Ooh, takeout fish. I've had like a fish sandwich, like fast food place fish sandwich. It's not great. It's not. I don't know. It's been years, but I don't remember it being horrible. But anyway, let's see. Ken says 8:15 here. Time for work. Great day to all. Ken, have an amazing day, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Have an awesome day at work. Whatever it is that you're working on. Is anybody out there like a network person, computer network expert? I got some questions. I've been working with some friends of mine, and they're helping me out. Sorry, I'm warming my hand over the heater over here. But if you happen to be a network type person, let me know. We'll chat. We can chat right here. It's nothing secret. But if anybody happens to be in here, let me know. That's some good coffee right there. That is some good stuff. So, yeah, let's see. What other goals? We were talking about goals earlier. More guitars. I want to branch out, do some other kinds of projects. I want to do more. That's where I was kind of going. I mentioned it before. You guys remember when we were chatting about the lawnmower racing? I want to do that. I want to try that this year. There's not really anything going on around here. That's another thing that I want to try. I'm investigating and learning a little bit more about that. So let's see. Harry Dude says, I know a little bit about networking. What do you need to know? Poor Conservative says, no. Kind of computer stupid in the programming area. Well, yeah, programming I don't know anything about. Harry Dude, what I'm looking at, I need to replace my backup storage options. Right now I have a USB hard drive connected to my router. My router supports USB, so I can plug a USB hard drive into the router, which shares it to, it puts it out on my network. Then, on my computer, everything's mapped to, all my internal drives are synced to folders on this USB hard drive. But the USB hard drive is full. I currently have a lot of video stuff that right now is not being backed up because that hard drive's full. And I haven't just bought a bigger hard drive because I want to increase that. I want to build a new system, basically, or build or buy. I don't really want to buy if I can avoid it, but I'm trying to come up with a really cool kind of backup storage system that I can also use for like a media server kind of thing. So I want it to have redundancy in case a hard drive goes out. I don't lose a backup. I store everything on my computer in different hard drives, and then I back up each of those hard drives to this one USB drive. It's not great, but it's been working for quite a while, but like I said, it's full. So I need to expand, and I'm just kind of looking at what the best options are. I thought about building kind of a real bare bones computer that basically has something like a small solid state drive just to store an operating system, and then it has a whole bunch of drives, which would make it a NAS, like a homemade NAS. Or I thought about buying a NAS. I have a buddy who has an old school, like a 4 rack unit server that he has offered up to me, but I've heard those are really loud, and I don't have a good place to put that where the noise wouldn't matter. So that's kind of where I'm at. Harry Dude says, sound like you need a NAS. I have one with RAID and X, a media server. That's exactly what I need. I need a NAS. You are absolutely correct. I just didn't throw that technical term out there. But I'm trying to figure out if I should try to build my own, use a software like FreeNAS to basically do all of this. I think it would be quieter. I feel like that would be the best option, just to build something fairly inexpensive but with a ton of storage drives. I want it to be RAID. I basically want 3 RAID arrays. I want it, so what I envision anyway is 6 drives, 6 storage drives, so each in 2 pairs. That way, you know, I'll have one for like home built videos that we backed up across 2 drives, not striped but identical, and then I want another pair for like my personal documents and stuff, and then I want another set of drives to like store like movies and music and all that sort of thing. And this server, rack unit server that my buddy has would be perfect because it holds 6 drives. It doesn't have any drives in it. It needs drives and a power supply. But my hesitation with those rack servers, man, is when I look it up, everybody says it's so loud, and I can't have that in my house. I have a very small house, and I just can't. I don't have a good spot to put a loud thing. My computer's loud enough, and man, when I shut my computer off, which is rare, but sometimes I do, I shut it off. It sounds so quiet in the house. But yeah, some sort of NAS is what I need. Whether it's a server rack, which I like that idea. That just sounds cool. Yeah, I got my own server rack. I'd put it out here, but I don't have a. It's not very big. I mean, you guys say that all the time. It's not very big out here, and power is very limited out here as well. So I'd be afraid that I don't think it's a good option. I don't know, but the price is right on that. Harry Dude says mirrored arrays best way to go. It's what I've done with a 2-bay unit. That's exactly what I want. I want 3 sets of 2 mirrored arrays. I could do it with 2. Honestly, I could do it with 2. So if I could get a 4-bay something, I could do that. I would just have to increase the capacity on at least one of the pairs. So I could do it with the 2. 3, for some reason I feel 3 would be like best case, but 4 would totally get it done. Now I know there's some, what the heck are they called? The Synergy? Is that the name of it? I was just looking it up. Hang on. Is it Synergy, something? they have a 4-bay. Synology. They've got one that looks kind of good. You have to add drives and stuff, but Harry Dude says grab the server, set it up in a cupboard or in the roof space. A cupboard. Ideas. See smoke? I might just grab it. Power supply is cheap. Throw some drives in that dude and run it. Ooh, I wonder how hard that would be to set up off-site. Like it's like somewhere else, and still access through the internet, the interwebs. I got another buddy that I could talk to about that too. Huh. that anyway, definitely gives me ideas and some things that some things to think about. But that's what I'm trying to do right now, as well as keep everything else up and running. But I'm trying to I'm trying to up my backup game because I need to. Right now, I would if my computer completely melted down, I would lose information because I just don't have the capacity right now to back everything up. And I don't like the thought of that. Right now, what I would lose would be video footage because that's where I don't have room because that takes up a lot of space. Build a cupboard. I smell a project video. Maybe so. Hairy dude setting up offsite is way slow if you're moving a lot of data like videos. I said it won't be great as a media server. Okay, fair enough. It's just a quick thought I had. So scratch that. I gotta find a spot. I'm supposed to hear back from my buddy with the server. He was digging it out. He had it in storage, so it's an older one, but man, I believe it would still be fine. So he's gonna dig it out today and let me know what the deal is. So maybe there's an option to or some way to replace the fans. Maybe I can replace the fans so it's not so loud. But anyway, thanks for the input. I do appreciate that. What are you using, Harry dude? Do you have anything in particular? Is it a homemade deal, or do you have anything you could recommend or not recommend for backup type solutions? Let me know. I definitely got to do something in the next couple weeks. Poor Conservative says, I learned something. Man, you have come to the right place. I'm glad now you just made this whole live stream 100% worth it because you learned something from it. Oh, did you like my tin pants? Peter Brown. Peter says I have a NAS as well, and it's been great. Awesome. Peter, do you have a specific one? A specific brand? A specific model? Is it a homemade one? What? Do you have any recommendations for what you're using? Because honestly, for me, I almost feel like I need to build or fix this server that my buddy's got. I don't think I can buy one, right? Because that just would go against everything that, you know what I mean? I don't know. Harry Dude says, I use a D-Link DNS320 NAS with two 2 terabyte red drives, had it for years. The D-Link. Okay. That's cool. Poor Conservator says, yeah, cool idea. Yeah, about the pants. Peter says, I have something called a share center. They have different models. Huh. I've not heard of that. I'm gonna make a note of that right now. It's just to look into it. I feel like I'm gonna try to talk and type on my silly phone here at the same time. I can't. Share center. Oh, it's a D-Link. Is it a D-Link? It is. It's a D-Link. Oh, nice. I'm just gonna leave that page up and look at that here after a while. I feel in the spirit of what I do that I probably shouldn't buy one. A pre-made. As easy as that would be, I don't think that's the best way for me. So I think I need to either build one from, build a bare bones computer basically with a boatload of drives, or fix this server. And honestly, I think the cooler unit would be the server. That might be what I'm doing. So stay tuned. That might be a project. Not, let's fix this server instead of throw it away or replace it with a new one. We're going to fix this old one. I like that. I like the sound of that. I might do it. All right, Peter, sounds right. Yeah, D-Link. That's pretty cool. Thank you for sharing that what you guys are using. I appreciate that. It gets ideas going and gets me looking at other things, and yeah, I really appreciate it. So the guitar, the guitar I've been working on is almost done. I ran into one problem. It's because of a mistake on my part. I don't have it out here, but I have towels all over because I was working out here last night. I was working on it till not super late, but like 8 o'clock or something last night, and I didn't route the control cavity deep enough. Rookie mistake, right? I got everything together. I wired up yesterday evening. I wired up the control plate, got the switches, the switch in, got the pots, everything's wired up. I go to drop it in there so that I can screw down the control plate, switch bottoms out at the bottom of of the cavity. Whoa, man, what a dope. Well, now I've got everything wired, all assembled, so I'm out here working with almost a completely finished guitar, trying to carefully drill where the switch goes a little bit deeper. It's not going to be a nice, even control cavity at the bottom. Oh man, what a bonehead mistake that was. So it almost fits. I've got to go just a little bit more. Probably do that right as soon as we're done with this live stream, so that way I can at least get that thing screwed together, and probably do the setup tomorrow, maybe. But man, I couldn't believe that. You ever done that? Harry, dude, you ever done that? You guys never done that sort of thing, have you? Poor conservative, you have never done that, I'm guessing. Anyway, yeah, so that guitar's almost done. Actually, it would have been together last night, except for that was a mistake. Oh well, these sorts of things happen. It's how we learn, right? I'm not afraid to make any mistakes. It stinks, but Harry Dude says, wouldn't worry about an even bottom of the cavity. Seen plenty of guitars from the factory like that. I have too, actually. I don't remember what, I was just working on one not too long ago that had a weird extra deep spot in there. So yeah, this one's going to be the same thing. Had to do some screwy stuff though to be able to basically route that out. Like, it's hard to keep it looking neat, but it does look better once you get foil in there than it does just kind of like wood all raggedy. Harry Dude says, seen 5-way switches recessed in from the back in a rear routed control cavity. Not an issue, really. Recessed in from the back. Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal. It just bugs me that I overlooked that little, that one thing when I was originally routing it. So it's been like that for a long time, routed too shallow, and it never crossed my mind to double check the depth. I just thought I had it right for some reason. But oh well, now you know. Now I know that I got to check the depth every time. Make sure, or actually not check the depth every time, but I need to adjust my notes basically on the depth of that cavity. So that never happens again. Not a big deal. It does get a little scary. I like to, the last couple guitars I've made the bodies thinner. I've been making them around 1.5 inches because I just like that little bit thinner feel. And I think the total overall depth has got to be just a hair over 1.25 inches. So I mean, it's starting to get down to where you've only got that 1/4 inch thickness, which is plenty. It's plenty of wood there. But for some reason in my head, I get a little nervous when I start getting down that shallow. I don't know. I'm just like, man, what if I slip? What if something happens? I don't know. I haven't had that issue yet. But I can tell you, yesterday I was pretty nervous yesterday because the guitar's almost together. I've got towels laid out on everything, and so I don't scratch the finish. I mean, the bridge, everything's in place, wired and everything, and I'm drilling on this thing. I'm like, man, what if I slip? What if I mistakenly pull that drill press down a teensy bit too much? I heard a noise. What was that? Poor conservator says, my net has caught your net's dropsies. Oh, so it's not just me. That's good. I mean, I'm not happy that yours is cutting out, but I'm happy to know that it's not all just me. I do feel much better now that I've had I've been able to get a little bit better speeds through our network. Funny story about that. If you guys have time for a story, so the first thing I did was upgraded my router. A friend of mine that lives near me gave me a router to replace my old one with, a way better router than what I was using, and more of a, I don't know, gaming style router. Like, it's supposed to be way more powerful, and according to the reviews and everything, it's got like a really good Wi-Fi range and everything. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool, right? So I switch it over, I get it all configured to work with my network, and everything's set up and running. So I'm like, okay, cool. But I connect the internet to it, I have no internet. The internet's not working. I can connect to everything on my network, but there's no internet. I'm like, what is going on? And I tried for a day or two trying to get this thing work. There's a dog out there. I don't even have a dog. Neighbor's dog or something? I don't know. Anyway, so finally I called my internet service people, and I'm like, man, I'm trying to set up this router, and they're like, oh, we have to authenticate a new router when it connects to their service. I'm like, oh, okay, then no big deal. That's cool, right? So I give them all the information that they need. I forget what it is. Some sort of, not the IP, but some information for the router, MAC address. That's it. I give them the MAC address, and they authenticate everything. Boom, internet starts working. But while I'm on the phone with them, I ask them, like, hey, can I upgrade my service? Because I'd already looked at their plans, and they have one plan higher than what I have. And they said that they told me that this one was not available on the tower that I'm on, because I'm on kind of a wireless tower deal. And they said they can't. The only thing they could do was upgrade me to an unlimited plan. I'm like, well, that's not really going to help me, but it's the same price, so whatever, go ahead and do it. Philip's here. What's up, Philip? Philip from PA. How are you? I'm well, Philip. How are you, my friend? Welcome. I'm rambling about a story about my internet upgrades that I did over kind of the Christmas break. But anyway, they upgraded me to an unlimited plan. Didn't make any difference, of course, because it's just changed my data. But I told them I was having some issues with speed, and so we scheduled a tech to come out, and just to double check that, because it uses like a dish type receiver that looks at a tower, and so they scheduled the tech to come out just to make sure, see if maybe they can re-aim it, maybe they can get it to look at a different tower or something. See, right? So they're trying to be proactive to come help out and see what they can do. So the tech comes out. Like a couple days later. He gets there and he's looking. Thought he could get it on another tower. That was way faster. But it's all line of sight. The way this system works, it has to be line of sight. So this tower he couldn't quite see from my house because there's some buildings and stuff in the way. It was kind of cool, really. He climbs up on the roof and he's just using binoculars. He's like, well, I can see next to it, but I can't quite see the tower, so we can't do it. But anyway, so he just went in, logged into the tower that I'm on, and he kind of did some tweaks and stuff, and he's looking at the speed that the tower has, and he's like, you should just upgrade to this other plan. I know we have this other plan. It's the same price. And I'm like, what do you mean? Because I talked to the guy the other day, and they said I can't upgrade. I'm already maxed out on that tower. And he's like, no, we got another plan, and I'm positive it's the same price as what you're paying, but it's faster. I'm like, they told me no, right? I'm just going with what the guy told me. I'm on the phone. So he gets on the phone and he calls the people. And but now he's the tech. that works for the same company, so he gives them his credentials or whatever, and working on such and such address. I'm the tech guy, blah blah blah, and he's like, can't we upgrade this to the to whatever speed for the same price? He's like, I'm sure we can get more speed out of this tower, and they're like, oh yeah, no problem. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No problem. I just talked to you 2 days ago. I mean, I wasn't talking with the guy, but tech gets on there and he's like, there you go. So I got my plan upgraded to the next faster one, which upgraded my download speed a little bit, but it gave me, I know this isn't great depending on what your plans are, but it gave me another gig, not a gig, meg. It gave me another meg of speed for upload, which is awesome because that's what these the live streams use the upload. So man, I was so happy, and it cost me the same amount of money. But I mean, unfortunately, it took the tech to get on there, and he didn't have to strong arm him or anything. He wasn't rude. He just was asking the question. But when he asks, the answer is yes. When I ask, no way. But anyway, that was awesome, and I think that's what's helping out these live streams as much as it is, because now I have a higher upload speed. Although it's not higher by much, but it is higher than what I had, and really, for what I have available here, I'll take whatever I can get. So I'm like, dude, you are awesome. And he even had it. He brought it up on the on his laptop, and he says, I'm going to monitor this for about a week or so, make sure the speeds are staying good, and even while after he was done with the call. I mean, a lot of techs would close the books and move on to the next job, but not this guy. I mean, he had several techs up there that or several screens on his laptop. He's monitoring different people's things in his off time to make sure it's working. Man, I was so thankful for that. It was so awesome. Let's see. Philip says, hey, conservative. Hey, Philip. Philip says, that's crap. I know. Philip, it's all about who you know. I know, right? But it's not. It shouldn't be like that. Harry Dude says, not all phone operators know the products they're supposed to sell. I've had the same issue with ISPs here. Really? That's just crazy. I mean, I wasn't mad at anybody, really. I wasn't upset with anybody. I was kind of bummed when the dude said you can't upgrade anything. You're already maxed out because of the tower I'm on. But I thought I was just kind of excited when tech jumps on there and he's like, oh yeah, just upgrade him. Phil, what's up, Phil? Little Phil's here. What's up, my friend? Philip says, not fair by any means. It's just activating. I think that's supposed to say aggravating. It is. I know. Harry Dude says, I had one ISP sell me a service they actually did not have in my area. Really? What a drag. Yeah, I wish I had more options available to me here than I do, but I'm thankful for what I have. Even though it's not what I would like it to be, I'll take it. I'll take where we're at right now. Just because it's, about the best I can get without, spending tons and tons of money. I'm sure I could do something better if money wasn't an object, but it is. So I gotta be careful. Russell's here. What's up, Russell? Russell says, how's it going, everyone? Getting on a little late. Finished up a project. No worries about being late. It's all good. I'm glad you made it in. Phil, coming back around to you. Nice mandolin, man. I like that. That turned out really good. In case you guys don't, well, some of you guys probably don't know. Phil is a friend of mine here. We used to play in a band together. And Phil moved over to a couple states away from me. And but he just finished up this really cool mandolin build. He's working with a local luthier over there. And just finished it up, and it posted some pictures of it yesterday. It looks really awesome, man. Good job. Well done. Poor Conservative says, that sounds like AT&T, Universe. Tried hooking us up a few years back, and it wasn't in our neighborhood. Really? How can they even do that? So I wish I could get something like a DSL, or a cable, but none of that stuff runs here. Phil says thanks. Still need to tweak the nut and frets to make it play better. What do you have to do to the frets? Do you have to like level and crown and all that stuff yet, or what? And is there a truss rod? Do they have a truss rod? I am not a mandolin. I barely know anything about mandolins. I just know they have 8 strings, and they're smaller. I don't know what they get tuned to. I don't know how to play chords on them or anything. I should get a mandolin. Oh, let's see. Internet. Yeah. Poor conservator, back to your comment. I have nothing else available here. I should call whoever our phone. I don't even know who the phone company is anymore, honestly, and see, like, our regular phone company. Is it Quest? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who it is. I'm gonna have to look, figure that out. Maybe I can call them and see. I wonder if they have anything else. Last time I knew, all the hell they had was dial-up, and yeah, that's not an option. CenturyLink. Maybe that's our phone people. I don't know. I haven't had a home phone in, man, 15 years. It's been a long time. So Russell, you said you were working on a project. What is it that you were working on? What you got going on? Sorry guys, I'm trying to stay in front of that light. It actually looks really good when I'm right in front of it. But coffee, still nice and hot. That's good stuff. I'm trying to think if I got anything in process right here around me. Not really. Like I said, everything's I got cleaned up because I was working on that guitar last night. It's just everything is towels, so I don't scratch stuff. Old towels. Every time we get an old, if we get a towel that gets worn out, the edges get ripped up, and it just really gets worn out. I don't throw them away. I bring them out here and I use them. Just to protect stuff. If I got to work on a guitar out here, I lay them down. I cover everything with towels, and I just use them to protect surfaces. So stuff like that, I don't throw out. There you go again. Old T-shirts, they get cut up for rags. I got a whole bag of rags over there. Old T-shirts, old socks, pretty much anything I can use for a rag, they get sliced up. Old towels, I pretty much keep them intact. Use them to lay out on tables and whatever if I need to. If I need to keep things protected. I just don't like to throw them out. Like to repurpose. Phil says no truss rod. It's glued straight to the body. I still have some fret buzz, and the nut slots are way too high, so it's a little difficult to play. Gotcha. So the neck's glued straight to the body. The fretboard's glued to the body. Yeah. Okay, like a acoustic. Yeah, I gotcha. Poor conservator says you're up in hillbilly world. At least it isn't Meeker. Try getting signal there. Yeah, I don't know. It's not completely hillbilly world, but we're getting there, I guess. I'm only 10 minutes from Colorado Springs, really, where I am. But compared to the city, yes, it's hillbilly world. Rick's here. What is up, Rick? Rick says, "Good morning, Jeff. I brought you some coffee. Check it out." Thanks, buddy. Look at that. There it is. There it is. So Rick, just so you know, was it you that asked? Or forget who it was. From the live stream on Sunday, we were fixing the computer. Computer is good. It's fixed. We had some memory issues that the computer left when Chris left my house. We still had some memory issues he was trying to sort out. We were trying to update the BIOS, but I kept running into issues. He was able to do that once he got it home on some good internet and updated the BIOS, and then he went back to reinstalling the memory, but he was playing around with different slots, and he was actually able to get the new memory to install and be recognized. So now it's got 64 gigs of RAM, and I don't know exactly how to explain the issue we were having, but I believe something to do with the pairs of RAM slots, the new memory, old, I don't know. But he just tried a whole bunch of different combinations and slowly started to get them to recognize each other. So it's good. It is good. The only other problem, and I need to ask him, the only other problem he was having was activating his new copy of Windows 10. Just trying to, be legit. So, I don't know. It was just weird. I don't know if you got that yet. But other than that, it's alive. Russell says, I call them wall lamps, more or less. Like night lights. I built them for my kids originally, but been a big hit around here. That sounds cool. And they mount on the wall? Somebody's out there. Battery, lights are battery powered to pick up at the Dollar Tree, and they mount on the wall. So they just hang like a picture kind of thing. That sounds cool. Battery powered wall lights. Huh. I might have to. I like that idea. Interesting. It sounds cool. Rick says, all right, good job. Bam. You're all good, Jeff. I understand. Yep, got it. Cool. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Just having that stream going while we were working on that. Russell says, is there a way I could upload images? I could upload a picture. Let me see. Hang on here. Wonder what. If I make you a moderator, can you do that? Try to see if you can post a picture now. I don't know if it'll work that way. Try it. I don't know if you can paste it into your comment or what. Philip says, hey, where did you get your organizer behind you? You're talking about this deal up here? Those things? I have had those things for 20-something years, probably 21 or 22 years. Those were, I got those when I still lived on the eastern part of the country. I think, I wonder if I can find a name on there without spilling them all over. I don't know. Hang on. Let's see if I can spill something. That'll make for a good video, right? Me cleaning up hundreds of bolts and... I happen to grab the one empty bin. There's no name on it. At least not on these. This also is the kind that you can hang on, if you had like a I don't know, a thin metal thing or something. Man, I don't know if I can find a name. And I don't see anything on the side. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look around, see if I can find something like that or similar, and I will post a link. No, it's wonky here. I'll see what I can do. See if I can find it. I don't know. 20 years ago, I don't know if they still make it, but I'll do my best to search around and see what I can find. Pork and serve. Oh, hold on here. Rick says, yeah, memory can be a pain sometimes. Yes, it was fun. Yeah. Poor Conservative says, make him a mod. He can add a link to the picture of not a pic. I did. Russell, I made you a moderator. If you can link it or something, post a link to the picture, then everybody can check it out. So you have the power. Philip says no worries. Just looking to find something for myself. Yeah, this one I like. I don't like where it is because it's a little tricky to get to, but I do like that style of thing. Yeah, it looks good. Build it at the front of the cutting edge of all the processors and everything. I mean, those things are super expensive, but if you can build it a little better, I think it lasts. It stands up more time. I don't know, maybe that's totally wrong or not, but let's see. Russell says I'm looking into it. Philip, power. Rick says right now I gotta clean and get out ASAP. Oh, of your house where you're moving? Is that what you're talking about? Russell says I felt disturbance in the force. There was some sort of cutout in the force. Didn't appreciate that. Harry, dude. I know. I don't think anybody else is here from Australia. I think you're the only one right now. I could be wrong. If anybody else is in here, I think it's just you, dude. I kept hearing. I don't watch the news. All right, I'm going to divert for a moment, and I don't watch the news at all. But I kept hearing about the fires going on in Australia, not even on the news. Just like I listened to satellite radio and stuff, and I started hearing it about that. Dude, I looked that up. Holy cow! I had no idea that it is as bad as it is over there. My thoughts and everything go to you and everybody in Australia. I just want to say that. I hope you guys all stay safe and everything. So, because I seriously had no idea that those things were as bad as they are. So, stay safe, my friend. I just want to say that. So, all right, carry on. Poor Conservative says you can get those parts bin sets at Uline and Home Depot or Lowe's. Uline is where I was going to look. You were spot on with that. Uline, oh, and Granger, you said that too. That's where I was going to look because I feel like that's where it came from. Harry, dude, thanks, dude, appreciate it. Yes, okay, I'm going back to that for a second. I'm not trying to bring anybody down or anything, but how did that even come about? My daughter and I got home the other day. What day was that? I think it might have been Monday, and they were talking about it on satellite radio, and I'm like, man, this is just, I don't know why they don't usually do that sort of thing. So we looked it up together, and her favorite animal is the koala. She's got the stuffed koala that she just loves. Right? She can't go to sleep without it. She can't do anything without it. So she's sitting there holding the thing, and we started looking it up, and it was showing some of the videos about the fires, and I could just feel her squeezing that thing. I mean, it's, oh, dude, man, wow. Philip says, oh yeah, never thought about Uline. Yeah, that's where I was going to look. Philip, thanks all. Poor Conservative gives the old thumbs up. Yeah, Uline. Uline's a cool spot that I don't think about a lot either. I used to order some special stuff from there. I used to, in the corporate life, I would order a lot of things from there because they have good stuff. I think. Yeah, I'll look too. If you get a chance though, check it out. But I'm gonna look as well. Uline, Granger has a lot of things too. They probably have it, but my experience is, and you guys may have a different thought, and if so, let me know. My experience is Granger has a boatload of things, but they are not the cheapest. They are not at all, in my opinion. That's like my last resort. Poor Conservative says, I get all my base shipping boxes from Uline. Yeah, Uline's a good resource for that sort of thing. We used to buy a lot of boxes and stuff from them as well. We also have a local box manufacturer here in town that we used to buy from. And I think if I needed to get a whole bunch of boxes made, I would do that. I would go locally. I know the team that works at our local box. What do you call that? Factory? Box plant? Paper plant? Corrugated plant. I don't know. But it's pretty cool. Poor Conservative says Grainger and MasterCard not cheap. Yeah. They most likely will have what you are looking for, but I feel that they're a last resort. I really do. I like all the stuff they have, especially McMaster. Their hardware. Oh my goodness. But you're going to pay for it. And I mean, I wish that wasn't the case, but if you need 2 specialty screws, I guess, I imagine they want to sell, thousands of them, but so you pay for the small quantities and this and that. But yeah, if there's something you need, they're it's you're gonna pay for it. Last resort. Honestly, those 2 places I really don't go. I don't look there because I can usually find what I need cheaper. Poor Conservative says, out the yin yang. Or what did I say in that one video? Was that the outtake video? Out the wazoo. Wazoo. Harry Dude says, what's Grainger, Uline, etc.? We don't have them here in Australia. Hardware stores? They are, Grainger is a supplier of kind of, like an industrial supply house, maybe, where they sell all kinds of things, industrial equipment and tools and blower motors and electric motors and tool storage and all kinds of stuff. You can check out their website. I think it's Grainger.com, and just kind of get an idea of what they have. We have a local Grainger here in Colorado Springs, and there's been many times where I've had to zip over there and pick up something, and they're a great resource for a lot of things that are that you maybe can't find somewhere else. They may ship to Australia. I honestly don't know, but it might be worth checking out. Uline is basically, if you need it to package something, Uline will have it, most likely. Is from anything from packing materials, cardboard boxes, plastic bags, tape machines, banding, pallet strapping. I mean, all kinds of things for packaging and shipping. Those guys have it. Also, worth checking out online just to get an idea. Uline.com, I believe it is, and 100% not sponsored, obviously, but they are a great resource. Again, I don't know if they ship to Australia. Let's see. Maybe we can find this out right here on live TV. Uline.com. So, there's their page. Oh, mats. Floor mats, boxes, shipping supplies, material handling, polybags, warehouse, retail store, facilities, janitorial, safety products, plastic bags. I don't know. I'd have to look around on there, but I mean, take a minute when you have time. Check out their site. Maybe they ship over there. I don't know. They are a good resource. I'm not going to deny that for certain things that you might need. So, vacuum packing. Poor Conservator says, yeah, I wouldn't think about that. Yep, that's another thing that's on my list. Man, you guys keep reminding me of stuff. A vacuum bag, vacuum clamp system. That's something I want to put together this year. I started it last year, sourced a vacuum pump. I don't know if it's strong enough, but this year I want to make or buy a vacuum bag for clamping guitar tops. Poor conservative, do you use if you clamp a top to a guitar, do you use a vacuum bag? Harry Dude says thanks. Thanks, dude. Things are making sense now. Yeah, sorry about that. We started throwing out a whole bunch of what I know to be U.S. companies, and so sorry to throw some confusion in there. Poor conservative says got an Arxon vac pump. No, no, no on the vacuum bag. I'd like to try it for some reason. I bought a vacuum pump, but no bag. Phil's back. Phil said, I don't know if you left really, Phil, but anyway, Phil says they are tuned GDAE. Oh, okay. Poor conservative, I do thick tops, 1/2 inch or thicker. Ooh. And do you do a drop top? Material, when you glue it down in a vacuum bag, it bends right around. Did you like that? I don't know if I want to do that exactly, but I just think the even clamping pressure would be helpful, rather than worrying. At least I do. Once you clamp everything down, I even use cawls across. I always worry: do I have enough even pressure across the whole thing? Where I feel like with a vacuum bag, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Anyway, guys, let's see, we're at 71 minutes. I think it's about time. I'm gonna have to wrap this up, and I still got some stuff I got to get done around here. So I want to say, if you guys got any last minute things to go ahead and get those comments in. I do want to ask you guys though, if you have not seen that last video that I posted here on YouTube, the challenge to parents, please go watch that. Like I mentioned earlier, it is something that I'm very passionate about, and thanks to you guys from the live streams that got me fired up about that. If you haven't seen the video, please go watch it. Please hit that share button. Man, I really appreciate that. I know several of you already have done that, and for that I want to say thank you. But if you haven't seen it, go watch it. We got to do our part. We got to do what we can. Teach our kids this stuff that you and I like to do and already do. So we got to share it. So go check that video out if you get a chance. I'm going to wrap this up. And Harry Dude says, great video. Thank you. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Sorry, I got excited there thinking about that again. I'm telling you, I really feel strong about that, and I want to keep that message going. So, Harry Dude, teach them how to design stuff that's repairable. Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one too. Design things that can be fixed. Yes, I like that. I like that thought. Gears are going. Anyway, guys, got to wrap this up. Thank you so much for joining. Man, I appreciate it. I love these live streams every single time. I'm going to continue to do my regular Facebook, YouTube alternating schedule. Next week will be Facebook. Poor Conservator says we'll shoot you some top clamping pics on IG for your humor needs. Yes, send them over for my humor needs. Oh no, I don't know what to expect now. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate it. We'll see you next week on Facebook. As always, Happy New Year, guys. I won't say that after this week. So, thanks for stopping in, guys. We will see you next time. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching.